it's Don the Auction Professor here. I went to a few pickers, and I did go by a thrift store too, all on the same day, so I thought I'd just kind of add it all together here so you can kind of see a decent haul for one day. It's an oddball mix of stuff. I've already priced some of it. Just wanted to see where we're at. I have a bunch of kids' books I got to, and I already had some from another day's pickup, so I might list a bunch of those. I probably got about 60 or so kids' books. I think there's 15 or 20 here, and then I got another 40 or so. One of the neater items here, and another item area that I always look for, is barware. Barware is literally anything that's related to whiskey or from, a bar, having a private bar in your house. This is actually a full-fledged, still has a faint odor of alcohol, so this is actually a used piece, something that they would have had alcohol in. It's a music box. It actually still works. I was kind of surprised. I don't know how well you can hear it. I don't know how well you can hear it. It's kind of wound down, but it does work. This is a 1950s piece. I paid $1 for this. This was at a thrift store. It's 99 cents. So I don't know if they knew how it worked or not, but I did mess with it. It was kind of stuck, but I did get it working. So I'd probably put, say, $20, $27.50 on this. I don't mess with too much pottery and glass, but barware I usually try and buy little dog dispensers or decanters or anything along that line. Even some of the Wheaton reproduction bottles, whiskey bottles even sell. So just something to look out for. I had another similar item to this in another video. Just put it together. This is, getting stuff and holding on to stuff and not rushing to list it. If I have 2 or 3 of these in a lot, they'd sell a lot better than just one item. And this is a Gestia, made in Japan, probably 1950s, like a hillbilly or something. A little Mountain Dew looking dude. Pretty interesting. I'm going to throw it in the lot. I'll probably get $5 or so in the lot, but then I'll have $1 in it and I'll get $10 back. So if I have wait and get another one, my profits will increase even a little bit more than that. So that's a pretty neat item. I do buy, as I said, only rarely do I buy pottery. This is a neat one. This is actually T&V France. It's a Limoges. And then it's actually got Pitkin and Brooks Chicago. I'm not sure this will be viewable, but it's well marked. Limoges is one item I do usually sell. Little ones, small ones, big ones. Whatever the case, most of it sells if it's nicely marked. Not going to be a quick mover, but I should get, say, maybe 15 or 20 bucks for it. This was 69 cents at the thrift store with a little sticker on it. I think I already taken the sticker off, so I guess I can't trade the sticker, but that's what it was. And this one here is another one. This was well marked. It's Best Wishes, October 1st, 1906. It's Haviland, France. It's a nice one. It's nicely marked and signed. It's hand painted like mums, chrysanthemums on it. Very well done. It's a nice early plate. This is probably something that should go fairly quickly. That's the reason I bought it. But I'll probably put like $34.50 on it and take whatever. I bet you I'll probably get $15 or so for it. That's what about the last couple of these I sold is. I'll buy them if they're hand painted and dated and well marked, which this one is. So it's got a real neat, almost like a British mark on it. Could be somebody famous as well too. I do buy photos. I do talk about photos a lot. This is a cabinet card, a large size. It's mounted. It's a photo, real photo mounted on a board. This is circa like 1905, 1910. It's like a Great Lakes ship being loaded of ore. I'll probably be able to figure out where this is from. Most of the time they write something on the back. This one isn't, but I'll take a loop, and there's a few little emblems and symbols and things like that on here. I might be able to track this down. It was acquired with another one. They look like they came from the same company, same boat. If I can determine that, it might really help too, because this one here is the Frank G. Ball. It's a Lake Erie one. I've looked this one up. These are, I think, $2 a piece. And I probably will put, say, $57.50 on them, and I bet you I'll get, say, 24 to 34 out of them. So, pretty good investment there. Another one, I like ships. This one I paid $1 because the border was pretty crappy. And it's got some damage to it, but it's still nice early. It's actually a hand-tinted. It's been colorized a little bit. This ship, again, you can look it up. It's an early one. It's another like an ore. You can literally see the... Yeah, it's got enough information to look it up. I can actually see its Quaker line. But this is a nice early one too. This is probably 1890s-ish. I'm probably going to put, again, 57.50, maybe a little higher on this one, even in the condition it is. It's interesting. Somebody can frame it. They can have it preserved and fixed up a little bit if they wish. Let's get a couple bigger items out of the way. Rex Harrison Camelot. I paid 55 cents for it. This is a program from one of the live performances he did. I'd guess 70s, but for 55 cents, let's see if there's a date on it. No, but for 55 cents, I figure I'll probably get 12, 15 bucks for it. Let me get this out of the way. I buy Lucite items all the time. This is actually, it says Alaska. It's got like a gold mining and a gold pan on it. I don't know how well you can see that, but this was 25 cents, and it's a paperweight made to just sit there. Anything Lucite like this, the Lucite grape displays you see with like real wood and fake grapes that are made out of Lucite, I get like 60, 70 bucks out of those. I get them all the time. The little mushrooms, I'll buy those. Most anything Lucite sells. The egg timers, kitchen utensils and kitchen things don't, but I mean the items that actually display like this do. So don't go rushing to buy Lucite handled plastic, silver, or anything like that. That's what you see a lot of. But it's the vintage ones of like paperweights and grapes and fruit and mushrooms, and I see a lot of mushrooms, and I don't know why, but even just a mushroom this size would probably go for 15 bucks. The last one I got 12, and I just blew it out. But that's a pretty neat item. This is a celluloid tape measure too. This is an advertising. Pablum or Pebenia for superior growth. It's Service Fidem Mead Johnson and Corp, some kind of probably health or something like that. I paid $1 for this. These advertising celluloid pieces, I might get, say, 50 or 60 bucks out of this one little dollar investment. It's definitely celluloid. It's actually got a date, I just noticed. It's 1919. So this is a nice early one. It's definitely celluloid. You can see it all the way around. But again, this might be 50 or 60 bucks, this one little piece right here, because it's an advertising, and it's Mead Johnson, which is a name company. They've had a long history in this country. This is another quarter. It's at Alpaca, Mexico. It actually might be silver. I'm not 100% sure, but it's an old lighter sleeve for the old style Bics. It's all mother of pearl or abalone, it looks like, mostly. Yeah, abalone with mother of pearl. Again, this is a quarter. I'll probably get, say, 15 bucks for this thing. At least $14.50 is usually what I'd put on this, or higher. I might say put $24.50 and then take whatever I can get. But that's a pretty good item. For you sports fans, I got all of these. There was some junk jewelry. It says sterling, but this is one of my mistakes. I lost 50 cents. Not that that's a bigger deal, but I didn't look at the earrings. It says sterling on the card, but they're not sterling. Somebody just put the wrong ones on the card. So I thought for 50 cents it would have been worth it, but these still had their new prices. Detroit Pistons, $89.90 World Champs. I got a bunch of the same ones and a bunch of different ones. 1988 Buffalo Bills. AFC Eastern Champs, Detroit Pistons again, Washington Redskins, 1988, Detroit Pistons. Here's a boxing legend, Robinson A. Boxing Legend, greatest of the champs, Cleveland 1987 Browns, World NBA Championship 88-89, Bengals. I mean, there's a lot in here. Doug Williams, number 17, Washington Redskins. These are 10 cents a piece at a thrift store. And I got this one here too. Ask me about disc photography from Kodak. This is the little disc cameras. It's an advertising piece, 1981. It's a dead media at this point. I'm going to put $34.50 on this one, and all these I'll probably put $14.50, and I'd probably sell them all in the $9, $10 range. So pretty good investment for 10 cents a piece. I got like $1.50 or something into these. I grabbed these up real quick. They won't be a quick mover, but I'll probably throw these on Amazon as well too, and it'll really increase my time to sell them. Once they're on Amazon, it'll increase my sales. But these were 50 cents a piece. This one I paid $1 for. This is actually a real leather cover. This is a real leather cover. It's suede. It's been painted. For a lover of books, it's Montreal, Canada, probably 1920s. It's pretty well tooled a little bit here and there. Interesting piece. I'll probably put, say, $24.50 on it and probably get 10, 12, 14, 15 bucks, somewhere in that range. Pretty interesting item. I got this one here, 50 cents. Let's see what the year is on this one. It's got literally pictures of the troops and the whole works. I bet you this is World War I-ish. I don't see a date. Oh. Yeah, it's got some loose pages here, I see. It was 50 cents. I figure I can still probably sell it. Even if I throw it in a lot, I'll probably get 2 or 3 bucks for it. But it was pretty neat. I didn't realize the pages were falling apart that bad, but we'll still probably get a few bucks in a lot. First edition, Little Engine That Could. It's A. To know on little golden books if they're first edition, what you want to do is open up the book, and right down there in the very, very corner on the bottom, almost in the spine, is an A. If it says A, that is a first edition of the book. You might see A on 2 different copies of the same title, but they're different slight versions, so that you might see 2 different A's. That one's the early first edition, one's the second, but this has all the correct signs. It's a 29-cent cover, and again, it has the A in the back. And this is from, let's see what the date is on this one itself. Roman numerals, so again, it's 1954, definitely a first edition. Worth $14.50 or so is what I'll put on it. I'll probably take like 9 or 10. And again, 50 cents a piece for these. I'll take that back. There's one that I spent $1 on, but I'll show you it separately. Here's a Christmas one, The Birds' Christmas Carol. It's an early piece. It's a numbered edition. It's got, a limited amount. It says how many were pressed. Kate Douglas Wiggin. It's an early Christmas, and this should sell fairly well. For 50 cents, it's Houghton Mifflin. See if the date's on here. Oh, it's actually 1916. So yeah, I'll probably put 14, 15 bucks. It should sell around Christmas. And then I got this nice little stack here. Muggins Mouse. I don't know if you ever remember that. Some of the Muggins Mouses go for like 50 to 100 bucks. So always look out for Muggins Mouse. Muggins takes off. Average price on this is $9. I'm going to put $19.99 and center in and work on the title. And I bet you I'll get more than that for probably 14 to 20 bucks. It's an original. It's a first edition. It was cute. Should sell well. Here's a I think this is a 1930s thumper. 1942. It's an original. It's got some damage, but it does have the dust jacket. So again, 50 cents for each one of these books. $14.50 I should get all day long. 50 cents again. $12.50 I should get for Popeye. It's in real good condition. I think it's 1958, so it's a real nice early one. It should go fairly quick. The Littlest Snowman, again, Christmas stuff sells very well. It's got a little minor spine damage, but I'll put $14.50 and take whatever. I'm sure around Christmas I'll get $9. Almost everything like this around Christmas does sell for us. Most of these, as I said, 50 cents, I'll probably get $14.50, or I'll put $14.50 and take about 10 bucks a piece. But there's like $70 or $80 worth of these I'm going to get easily. Sword in the Stone Disney, this is an original. I think it's 62 or 63. Let's see here, 63. $14.50 again. Pinocchio, this is another. This is a Top Tales, 61, first edition, $14.50. And again, Christmas titles always buy. I always sell them around Christmas time regardless, even sometimes with damaged spine issues. Some people fix them up. I don't mess with it, but another 1950s or 60s, The Night Before Christmas. Let's see which edition this is. Roman numerals, 1955. Again, Roman numerals. Know your Roman numerals. Tubby Turtle. This one's probably $9.99. It's Helen Wing. It's a known artist. It's a cute thing. They made toys. Fisher-Price made like turtle toys. That's the turtle from the Fisher-Price toys. And this one I spent $1 on at the thrift store. Oh, I'm sorry. 59 cents. Price sticker still on it. It's the Caprice Immensity. This one here, I recognize the artwork. I've had some by her before. I'll show you in just a second here. These are actually woodblock printed books by her. She's actually signed it. Gwen Frosty. It's a first edition. It's signed. It's, has raw edge pages. I've sold some by her for, 70, 80 bucks. It's actually got her postcard in it too. The postcard with this should really push this up quick. I'll probably put, say, $57.50 on this dollar book and go from there. It's nicely embossed. It's got nice printing. The printing on the cover on this is actually silkscreen too. You can feel it. But I thought that was a pretty good one there too. Let me stack these up so we can get them all out of the way and not damage anything. Another one. This was 50 cents as well, too. Both of these were. I just picked up another one of this same issue just the other day, too, in a big, huge stack of these. I always buy, like, the cloth-style books. This one's a Peekaboo book by Lee Murrow. Now, I would list the artist of Lee Murrow in it if you had it. Let's see here. This is 1942. It's like all die-cut, every page in here. Not worth a fortune. It may look like it might be, but it's not. It's a $20 book. I'll put $19.99 and then take whatever I can get for it. And this one here, same thing. This one I'll probably put, say, $17.50 on it. It's like a cloth feel book. Let's see, there's a date on here, I think, somewhere. Ruth Newton, so let's see. I'm sure there's a date. There almost always is. But maybe not this time. Oh, there it is, 1936. It's an original. It's got really cute artwork in it. To sell this, I would literally like zoom in on the cutest picture in here as the main picture for it. Maybe one of these would probably be best. And zoom in with just that as your main photo that you see when you're browsing on eBay, and that's what's going to sell this quicker. That's part of the zoom in that we do. And then the last of it here is a nice little stack of postcards. The best ones in here, I sold several for 75 to 100 bucks from Asheville, North Carolina. I got two more Asheville, Carolina cards. I'm putting 95 a piece on these. And again, I got 68 bucks in everything you see, plus some other stuff that I've already sorted through. So these two cards here, I'll put 95. I'll probably get 75 for these each. Right off the bat, I'm going to email the gentleman that I'm just putting these up, and the other two people that bid on, or that put offers on the other ones, and I will probably sell it right away. He'll probably realize it's up and then put the bids on. He hasn't even received the other ones, so I know he'll be interested in getting these too. But that's the good ones here. That's 150 bucks all day long for the $69 I have right off the bat. And then there were some nice early cards in there too. Lincoln ones, these always go. Here's a winch back, so you can see the little square cubes. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a real nice subject. This is a bayonet charge at Bunker Hill. I'll probably put $27.50 on this one. When they mention a specific battle in any of the cards from World War II or before, that means it will sell very quickly in my book. Everything that I have with a specific battle sells. So Bunker Hill, that should sell. And this one's even better. More people collect Spanish-American War. More people are more related to it as opposed to the Revolutionary War. So this one here is from the Spanish-American War, the capture of San Juan Hill. This is another John Winch card. Again, I got 69 bucks in all of it, including these postcards. So, advertising-wise, this is a 1956 Buick Riviera two-door. So this is literally an original one. It's literally from the Dealer Supply Company in Detroit, Michigan, advertising the car. I have not looked this up, but I'm probably going to put like $24.50 on it and take whatever. Here's one for the Dearborn Assembly Plant, the Mustang and Mercury Cougar. This one should do very well. It's a convertible running line of their cars. I had a Mustang when I was younger, so this brings back memories. And then another topic that I see some of, this one's the San Francisco earthquake. I got a couple in here. Unused, very nice early one. It's on a pink paper. It's a refugee camp from the ruins. Something like this, 14, 15 bucks minimum. Native American cards usually sell. This one here, and it's a Fred Harvey. If you're not familiar with Fred Harvey, please look it up on your own. Look out Fred Harvey. I'm telling you, that's another good name. Some of the Fred Harvey travel and Southwestern style cards go for up to 100, 150 bucks. Some of the Yosemite Fred Harvey cards can go for even more than that. So, but look up Fred Harvey. Here's some early California cards. That should do well. Real picture. Another California card. It lists literally where this is at. That should do very well. Those might be $30 or $40 cards or more. Here's an early diner card. And again, all these postcards, I picked through a huge stack of them. There's probably 100 times what you see here, maybe 200 times what you see here, and I picked out the best ones for what I got. Another winch. Let's see. Here's a poem for Lincoln's birthday. Those should do well. Real picture postcard. Ford Motor Company, Fordson plant, Detroit, Michigan. A lot of the motor plant ones you should usually get, say, 8 to 30 bucks for them for the most part. Here's another earthquake one. It's got the street 1906, and it has damaged a cart sitting in the middle of a crevice that's opened up in a fissure opened up in the middle of the road. It's an early one. You can see nice unused. This one's probably 15, 20 bucks. Hudson, Michigan High School real picture postcard, 15, 20 bucks. Here's just a nice looking one. This one is going to set there. This one will sell around Christmas time. But I'll probably put, say, $14.50 on it, and it'll probably go. It's a nice early. It's got gilt, the whole works. Butler, PA. It's a trolley stop. That one's probably 15 bucks. This one has real fabric attached. It's a nice early German one. It's an interesting, proposing. This is probably 14, 15 bucks. 4th of July, 14, 15 bucks. This is the battle between the Monitor and the Merrimacs. Very, very famous. The first ironclad battle, the first battle of ships that really had iron reinforcements on them. This one's here from the Jamestown Exposition, 1907. It's unused too. I'm probably going to put, say, $27.50 on it. And I may list it in the Reenactors Civil War section even. It might make it sell better. This one's a good one. I don't mess with too many images of bizarre and stuff that people might think is not obscene but not appropriate. I do some post-mortem photos, and this one here is similar. It's actually coffins that washed up after the earthquake that were found. So it's an interesting subject. No one's dying or anything weird. It's something that's already happened. So for me, this is a good one. Unused, probably $34.50. I'll put it out and take whatever. Here's just a reunion booklet from an old school from 1908. I haven't looked up the city. The Old Allen School, no idea where this is at. Amos Andrews. But this is something that somebody will probably buy. It's a small town piece. Probably put $34.50 on it, take whatever. Here's a souvenir folder. Now this one's interesting. Most of the time I don't buy too many souvenir folders at all. But this is World War I or before, and it's an Army hospital. It says USA General Hospital number 11, Cape May, New Jersey. But all the people in here are soldiers, and it shows them operating even. And that's just something I don't see. I don't see any operations on a postcard. Maybe once I've had one that had operation, from the gallery being watched. And that one went for like 50 or 60 bucks. It's a very interesting one. It's all soldiers, probably coming back from World War I. A nice early one. Invalids. It's got the kitchen staff, the Army kitchen staff. So this is probably something I'll put $57.50 on. And again, 69 bucks. I got everything here. Camp Sherman. Military ones sell. It's the only ones that I have, and they have to have better content than just the normal junk. This one here had an awesome thing on the inside. One side of it's literally a picture of the entire camp. Camp Sherman, Chillicothe, Ohio. I've had many pieces from there. They sell very quickly usually. And then the other side is actually camp scenes and another diorama or a bird's eye view of the fort. So this is a pretty good item. This should sell very quickly too. And again, that's what I got out of this lot. There's a few other cards here, but they're like 17 bucks, 10 bucks, But it all adds up for what I have into this. It's a huge ordeal. Let me stack these up nicely here so I don't lose anything. But that's the haul I got today. So, and again, this is from 3 different sources. So you can see a couple places I only got a couple things. The thrift store was the buttons and a book, and the jug, the musical jug, the barware. That's all I got at the thrift store. That's literally it. So if I only went out for the thrift store, I would have wasted my time. I mean, there's still 100 and some odd bucks, but I try to combine and do as much as I can all at the same time. So again, I did two pickers and then 1 thrift store today, and that's what I got for today. And that's all the shopping I'm going to go do today. I tried to line it all up together. But again, hopefully you saw something that you might be able to run into. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button below, subscribe, and tell a friend. Have a good day.